Hi, this is Donna. Welcome to DD Paper Crafts, and in today's video we're going to be making this gift box which has a sliding lid. So it's very simple to put together. I will give you the sizes of the box I've made. However, this is more a video to show you how you can create the sliding mechanism in a very simple way and therefore make the box whichever size you need. So let me show you how I put this project together. I'm actually using my box to gift something specific, which are coloured pencils, and I therefore need my box to be 7¼ inches long, and I want my box to be 2 inches wide and 2 inches deep. I've therefore cut myself 2 pieces of cardstock which are 4 3/8 by 9¾ of an inch. Along the 4 3/8 inch side, score at 2 and at 4, and along the long side I'm going to score at 1/2 and 7 3/4, and I'm going to do that on both pieces. And we're now going to do some pencil marking on the 2 pieces, and obviously you will make the size of box whatever size you need. This is merely to show you a method of construction rather than you following my particular size. Because of the slider mechanism in the box, our lid is going to sit between a shelf on the inside of the box and the top edge or the top lip of the box. On one of the side panels of cardstock, I'm going to use my ruler and scoreboard, and I'm going to make a pencil line all the way through to the end of the cardstock at 3 7/8 of an inch. I'm going to take my second piece of cardstock. This time pencil line is only going to run between the top of the cardstock down, so it's only within the 7¼ inch panel and the 1/2 inch glue tab. So I've got one piece where my line runs to the 2 inch section, and another piece where my line runs all the way across. Fold and burnish your score lines, and you want your pencil lines to be on what will be the inside of the box. Take the piece of cardstock which has a clear space in the 2 inch section. Our 3/8 of an inch section is at the top, and we're going to cut up each of the vertical score lines up to the first horizontal. Like so. Remove this left hand rectangle and just cut a slight wedge into the ends of the smaller 2 inch squares, which is going to form our base. Rotate the cardstock, so we've now got our 3/8 of an inch tab facing us. We're going to cut along the first vertical score line to the horizontal score line. So we're splitting this 1/2 inch tab into 2. Move along to the final score line, remove the square from the end, like so, and shape the glue tab. So this is our first side piece. Take your second side piece with your 3/8 of an inch tab at the top. We're going to cut up the first vertical to the horizontal and remove that section. Cut up the next vertical to the horizontal, like so, and we're going to just take a slight wedge from the ends of these to form our base. Rotate the piece. We've got our 3/8 of an inch tab on the right hand side, and we're going to cut along the pencil line to the first horizontal, like so. Rotate and cut up the score line and remove that section. So this 2 inch section is slightly shorter than the main section here. And this is going to allow us to get the lid in and out. Move along to the end score line, remove the outer, the right hand square like so, and shape the tabs like so. So these are our two side sections. In addition, we need a piece for our lip. I've got two pieces which are 7 1/8 by 3/4. I'm going to score along the short side at 1/4 and 1/2, and again you want to do this twice. And finally, for my lid, I have a piece which is 2 by 7 1/4. Take the two 3/4 inch strips, and we now want to fold and burnish the score lines. If you work from the bottom score line first, that is going to be a valley fold, and take your time to make sure that you score these so that the lines, so that the pieces do stay in their rectangular shape. And the next score line is going to be a mountain fold. So your piece will look like this. And then using your tape or glue, we want to run a bead of glue along the top edge of the middle section, like so, and then fold over the top section and adhere that together. So our three strips become 2, like so. And you want to do that on both pieces. Make sure that the pieces are thoroughly adhered together. These two bars, the folded edges are going to face each other, and they're going to sit inside the sides of the box and create a shelf which the lid is going to sit on to allow it to slide in and out. What we're going to do now is use the pencil lines to add our ledges. So you might want to work with your pencil line at the top, you might want to work with your pencil line at the bottom. Excuse mine, I've already taken this apart once. I'm going to use my construction glue because that's going to give me the wiggle room that I need. I'm going to line the top edge of my shelf up with my pencil line like so, and then once that's in place without moving it, I'm going to go in and burnish. Repeat on the second piece. We're now going to join our sides together, add glue to the glue tab, line this up. Now you can, of course, if you think you will find it easier, join your two side panels and construct your box first. What that does mean is that you're then adding your shelf whilst your box is constructed. So it depends whether you think you're going to find it easier to add your shelf pieces in whilst the box is deconstructed or after the box is in its shape. I have tried it both ways. This is my second attempt, and I do think that this is slightly easier. Add glue to your final glue tab and secure your box in place. Fold in the end sections. Add construction glue to my two smaller tabs. Fold over my base. Make sure your box sits nice and square. Add glue to this section and glue down this side of the base. And then I'm going to just go in with my score tool and just burnish that base down. Now you can decide whether you want to have this sitting square and your short section over your top section. You might want to have your long sections over your short section. So decide what look you want for that. I'm going to add the long sections over the short section. This is just personal preference. Secure that down into place. Now if you take your lid section, you might need to trim this depending on your scoring and burnishing, but your lid should slide nicely in the box. And now this is ready for decoration. I'm going to go ahead and decorate this and then I'll show you the finished box. Here's my finished box. You can see I've added DSP onto all of the sides. I've added it onto the strip on the top, and I've done an eclipse effect with some letters on the top. I've added some DSP into the inside, and you can see that the lid slides backwards and forwards very easily. Overall, I'm really happy with how this box has come out. It suits the purposes that I've made it for, and the process of construction in terms of creating the shelf for the lid to slide on is very simple, and one that I can now incorporate in other size boxes moving forward. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, thanks for watching.